Jan students, I welcome you all once again in live session of English class. And today we will study the second part of the chapter, the enemy. And for this, I am going to share the story with you, and let us move forward with the chapter. Now students, here you can see that whatever we had studied yesterday, we will move forward from there onwards today, as now let us see here. Page number 26, second paragraph. From here we will start today. Now see students, they saw when they came toward him that indeed it was so. The sand on one side of him had already a stain of red soaking through, and before that we will take a few lines from this paragraph in order to revise. The surf beyond the beach was spiked with rocks. Somehow the man had managed to come through them, and he must be badly torn, means he was badly wounded. While Dr. Sadao and Hannah came to them, then they could see that he was badly injured. Wait a minute students. And when they came toward him that indeed it was so, the sand on one side of him had already a stain on red soaking through. And when they came, they checked Tom, the enemy soldier. Then they found that actually that where he was lying, that on that part of the sand some blood stain was there, means they were quite sure that he was really injured and bleeding. So he is wounded, Sadao exclaimed, and he made haste to the man who lay motionless, his face in the sand. And then Dr. Sadao said that he is wounded, and he made a haste to the man, means hurriedly he reached to the man, and he found that he was lying there motionlessly. There was no activity, there was no motion in his body, and his face in the sand, his face was sunk in the sand, and an old cap stuck to his head soaked with sea water, and he was wearing an old cap, and which was wet with the sea water, and he was in wet rags of garments. His clothes were also wet. And Sadao stopped Hannah at his side and turned the man's head. They saw the face, and Dr. Sadao and Hannah, since both of them were there, and they turned the man to saw his face. A white man, Hannah whispered. Surprisingly, Hannah said to see his face that he was a white man. And remember students that Hannah, even Dr. Sadao and Hannah, both of them means never liked Americans, and especially at that time, since America was war against the Japan, they were killing Japanese people. So naturally, the Hannah's hatred, dislike towards him was quite natural. So surprisingly, she said to see his face that a white man. Yes, it was a white man. The wet cap fell away, and there was his wet yellow hair, and that his cap was removed, and his hair was yellow, long as though for many weeks it had not been cut, and upon his young and tortured face was a rough yellow beard. It seemed that from his face it seemed that he was tortured a lot, and he was having beard on his a yellow beard on his face. He was unconscious and knew nothing that they did for him. Since he was badly injured, he was unconscious, he couldn't understand what they are going to do with him. Now, Sadao remembered the wound, and with his expert fingers he began to search for it. Now, so the Dr. Sadao, who was a competent doctor, so since he found him injured, so first of all he wanted to inquire about his wound, that how deep it was. So with his expert fingers he began to began to search for the injury, and blood flowed freshly at his touch. When he touched the wound, that blood started floating. On the right side of his lower back, Sadao saw that a gun wound had been reopened. Now students see where the gun wound was there, on the right side of lower back, and Sadao saw that a gun wound, it was a gun wound, and it was the gun wound was reopened, and the flesh was blackened with the powder, since that where he got the injury, that he might have used the powder, and because of that the flesh, that area of the injury was blackened. And sometime, not many days ago, the man had been shot and had not been tended, and now he felt that sometimes, not many means very recently, he had been shot, and by the bullet, and had not been tended and had not been taken care of, means his injury, his wound was uncared, and it was bad chance that the rock had struck the wound. And he also felt, since he was thrown into the sea water, and there was the chance of the rock had struck the wound, that because of the rock, because his wound had been hit by the rock, and because of that it has become even more severe. And now see the next paragraph. Oh, how he is bleeding, Hannah whispered again in a solemn voice. Hannah was quite serious to see the injury, that seriously she said that he was bleeding. The mist streamed them now completely, since whole area was covered with the mist, with the fog, so fog had covered them once again, and at this time of the day no one came by, and at that particular time there was no one around them to support them, to help them. The fishermen had gone home, and even the chance beach comers would have considered the day at an end. Beachcombers, those people who had been there for on the beach for searching something, they had also been gone. So no one was there, only Hannah and Dr. Sadao was there, along with the Tom, means the injured soldier. What shall do we do with this man? Sadao muttered. Now Dr. Sadao was in a fix. What should he do with that enemy soldier? but his trained hands seemed of their own will to be doing what they could to staunch to stop the fearful bleeding, since he was bleeding bitterly. So since he was a doctor, so his hands were quite trained, so that's why immediately he thought of stopping the blood which was bleeding bitterly, and he packed the wound with the sea moss, and sea moss, some sea grass was there around, and he took some of the sea moss, and that was spread there on the beach. And then the man moaned with a pain in his stupor, but he did not awaken. And when he packed the wound with the sea moss to stop the bleeding, that man felt pain, and he cried. He moaned means he cried with pain in his unconsciousness, but did not awaken. But he did not wake up. The best thing that we could do would be to put him back in the sea, Sadao said, answering himself. Dr. Sadao was in a fix what to do, because he was a patriot. He was Japanese citizen, and at that time Americans were at war against the Japanese. They were killing Japanese people, and at that time it was quite natural. He could not have thought about saving the enemy soldier, and so the best thing that we could do would be to put him back in the sea. So first of all, he answered to his own question what to do, means first of all he thought to throw him back into the sea and leave him for dying. Now that the bleeding was stopped for the moment, he stood up and dusted the sand from his hand, and now he could see that because of the feeling of the wound, that bleeding had been stopped, and he stood up and cleaned his hand. Yes, undoubtedly that would be best, Hannah said steadily, but she continued to stare down at the motionless man, and Hannah was also agreed that he should be thrown back into the sea for dying, but she continued to stare down at the motionless body, since the man was unconscious. So that's why Hannah was looking at his body. If we sheltered, now students, please, if you're having book, please underline that this is important statement. And if we sheltered a white man in a house, we should be arrested, and if we turn him over as a prisoner, he would certainly die. Dr. Sadao was in a fix, was in a dilemma of what to do with him, because he was not a common man, he was doctor as well. So he was thinking that if we sheltered a white man in our house, we have given the shelter to that white man, that American enemy, in his house, we should be arrested, they could be arrested, and if they turn him over as a prisoner, and if they hand him over to the police as a prisoner, he would certainly die. Then there is less chance of leaving the wounded soldier. So that's why, means he was in a deep thought at that time what to do. He was in a fix and was unable to decide. For a moment he was unable to decide what to do with him. And then the kindest thing would be to put him back into the sea, Hannah said. But Hannah said that it would be better to throw him back into the sea. But neither of them moved. But they both, since both of them were saying the same thing, that they were filled with emotion, they were kind people, they were not cruel, they were not ruthless, and the condition they saw, which was when he was in, so they were thinking, both of them were thinking to throwing him back into the sea, but neither of them moved, means no one was convinced with this idea to throw him back into the sea. They were staring with a curious repulsion, a curious dislike upon the inert figure, that injured figure. They were an injured body that they were looking curiously, and definitely with dislike, because they never liked the Americans, because they were their enemy at that time. So what is he? Hannah whispered. And there is nothing about him that looks American, Sadao said. And he took up the battered cap. Yes, there, almost gone, was the faint lettering, a sailor. And there is nothing about him that looks American, first of all, they thought. And Sadao said that he took up the battered cap, means his damaged cap he removed. And then, yes, there, almost gone, was the faint lettering, and a sailor, it was written on his cap, it was written a sailor, from an American warship. He, means it was quite clear that he was a sailor of American warship, and he spelled it out, US Navy. He was from US Navy, and the man was a prisoner of war, and definitely the man was the prisoner of war. He was escaped. He has escaped, Hannah cried softly, and that is why he is wounded. And now that Hannah realized that might be he was trying to escape from the jail, and because of that he had been wounded. In the back, Sadao agreed. Sadao also agreed with the idea of Hannah, and they hesitated, looking at each other. Then Hannah said with resolution, and since both of them were hesitating what to do with him, and then Hannah said with firm determination that, come, are we able to put him back into the sea? Now she told that we should try to throw him into the sea. If I am able, are you? Then Dr. Sadao told that yes, I can do, means I can think of it, sending him, means throwing him back into the sea, but can you think so? Sadao asked to Hannah. No, Hannah said, but if you can do it alone. But Hannah said that no, I am not thinking about that, rather if you can throw him back into the sea alone. Sadao hesitated again, and the strange thing is that he said that if the man were whole, means if the man would have been completely healthy, I could turn him over to the police without difficulty. Then there was no difficulty to hand him over to the police. Remember, students, that what he was thinking, that what his idea about helping him, about saving his life, treating him. So he thought and said to Hannah that if the man were whole, means he would have been healthy, that I could, means he could turn him over to the police without any difficulty. He could have handed him over to the police. There was no problem with that. But I care nothing for him, because he was not worried about him, as he was an American and he was an enemy, and he is my enemy, and that's why he said that he was my enemy. Till now he was thinking about his enemy, if he would have been healthy enough. All Americans are my enemy. And now that the patriotism, that he was Japanese citizen. Naturally, he loved his country. He was a patriot also. He was not only competent doctor or surgeon. When you will have to write the character sketch of Dr. Sadao, then you can highlight this point, that he was not only a competent doctor, not only a scientist, rather all Americans are my enemy, because rather he was also a great patriot who had the national loyalty, and he is only a common fellow, and he thought himself only a common man. And you see how foolish his face is, but since he is wounded, but finally that he told that his face is foolish means he also talked about his dislike for the man, for the enemy. But finally he told, but since he is wounded, and now that as a doctor, he thought as a doctor then he is wounded, and that's why he could not hand him over to the police. And now we see in next paragraph that you also cannot throw him back to the sea, Hannah said. Hannah also realized that what Dr. Sadao was thinking. Means both of them were not only patriot, rather both of them were kind-hearted people. And so Hannah said that then means you also cannot throw him back, means you don't have courage to throw him back into the sea. And then there is only one thing to do, we must carry him into the house. And when both of them were convinced that they are unable to throw him back into the sea, then Hannah told, it is better for us to take him to our house. And but the servant, Sadao inquired, but Sadao was worried about the servant, because you know that three servants, remember students, three servants were there at their home. One, Yumi, that was the governess, was taking care of their children, and another one was a gardener who was an old man, and another one was cook. So naturally these people were poor people, they were the common citizen of the Japan, so definitely they could think they were kind-hearted people. They could think as a doctor to save the first to treat an injured man, but they were the common citizen, they could not think of it. So if Dr. Sadao was worried about the servants, question about the servants, what they will think, so it was quite natural. And now let us see next, that we must simply tell them what we intend to give him to the police, and we must simply tell them that we intend to give him the police. That he got the solution also, that he told that if they will inquire, then they can also try to convince them by saying that we intend to give him to the police, as indeed we must, Sadao. And Sadao told that if they will inquire, they will tell them that they are willing to hand him over to the police. And naturally he was also thinking that if once he becomes healthy, he becomes out of danger, then Dr. Sadao was also thinking to hand him over to the police. And we must think of the children and your position. It would endanger all of us if we did not give this man over as a prisoner of war. And also that they were thinking that we must think of the children and your position, and it would endanger all of us, means whole family along with the children, both of them, Dr. Sadao and Hannah along with the children, means whole family would be in danger if we did not give this man over as a prisoner of war. If they will not hand him over to the police as a prisoner of war, So it will be, they could be, their act could be considered as anti-national activity. So for that they could also be punished. And certainly Sadao agreed. I would not think of doing anything else. And certainly Sadao agreed that he was not thinking, means I would not think of doing anything else. Dr. Sadao, convinced, agreed that he was not thinking anything else. After treating him, he was willing really to hand him over to the police. Thus agreed, together they lifted the man, and now finally they came into the conclusion that they were going to give shelter to the enemy soldier in his house to treat him. And together they lifted the man, and he was very light, like a fall that had been half starved for a long time, until it is only feathers and a skeleton. And when they lifted his body, they realized that he was like a bird that had not been given sufficient food for a longer period of time, until it is only feathers and a skeleton. So that's why it means that for many days he had been starving, he had not got food. So that's why he had become so light-weighted. So his arms hanging, and they carried him up the steps and into the side door of the house. In this way they carried him to their house, and this door opened into a passage, and down the passage they carried the man towards an empty bedroom. And there was an empty bedroom in their house, so they brought him into the empty bedroom, and it had been the bedroom of Sadao's father. Remember, students, it had been the bedroom of Sadao's father. Sadao's father was living, who was strict Japanese. And now that some other things we can also know about Sadao's father. And since his death, it had not been used. The room which was empty since the death of his father, and they laid the man on the deeply matted floor, and the floor of the room was that completely entirely matted, and everything here had been Japanese. Now see that it was that special thing about Dr. Sadao's father, that everything here in his room where he was living had been Japanese, to please the old man, who would never in his own house sit on a chair or sleep in a foreign bed. Means he was only giving importance to the Japanese people, to his country. He was a great patriot, and even that he did not use anything foreigner like the chair, or even that he was not sleeping on the bed, because it also not belong to the Japan. So Hana so here now, students, we can see they laid the man on the floor, and who would never everything here had been Japanese, to please the old man, and sleep in a foreign bed. And Hana went to the wall cupboards and slid back a door and took out a soft quilt. And then Hana, because earlier they had developed a disliking for thinking as him as an enemy, but now when they brought him at his home, so they were taking care of him. Hana that quickly went and brought from the cupboard the soft quilt and for him, and she hesitated. The quilt was covered with the flowered silk, and the linen was pure white silk. Though it was a pure white silk, means she was hesitated to use it for him. But even though she resisted herself and brought the quilt for him. And he is so dirty, she murdered in distress, and sadly she said that he is so dirty. Dirty in the sense that he was not only dirty because that he was thrown in on the sand, rather he was dirty in also this, in the sense that he was an enemy, he was an American. And yes, he had better be washed. Sadao agreed. If you will fetch hot water, I will wash him. And then that Sadao said that yes, means he had better be washed because that he was dirty, he should be cleaned. And if you will fetch hot water, I will wash him, I said. And then I cannot bear for you to touch him, she said. And even the Hannah said that means for your sake I am not going to touch him. Still that hatred against him was there in Hannah. And we shall have to tell the servants he is here. I will tell Yumi now. And then she told that means I am not going to touch him. Rather I am going to call the servants. And Yumi the maid was there, and she can leave the children for a few minutes, and she can wash him. And that she told that I am going to call Yumi, that who was taking care of their children, and for some while she can leave the children and wash him with hot water. Now see students, the next paragraph. The Sadao considered a moment. Let it be so, he agreed. And you tell Yumi and I will tell the others. And then that he agreed, Dr. Sadao agreed, and he told that you call Yumi to wash him, I am going to call other servants too. But the utter pallor of the man's unconscious face moved him first to stoop and feel his pulse. But before leaving him going to call the servants, that he saw the pallor, the yellowish face of the man who was unconscious, and first to stoop and feel his pulse, he bent down and felt his pulse, and it was faint, but it was there. Since he was a doctor, that he realized that still, since pulse was slow, but still as he was conscious, but still he was alive. And he put his hand against the man's cold breast. The heart too was yet alive, and then he felt the heartbeat of him, and then realized that heart too was yet alive, means the man was alive, still his life could be saved. Now next we see a student that he will die unless he is operated on. Dr. Sadao felt that until he is operated on, if he will not be immediately operated on, then there is the possibility that he could die. And considering, the question is whether he will not die anyway. And that means since he was a doctor, he could save his life, so that's why he was considering that what he has to do to save his life. Hannah cried out in fear, "Don't try to save him." Still that Hannah has that hatred and dislike for him. So Hannah told that don't try to save his life. What if he should live? Means if he becomes alive, then what will happen? Means she was thinking uh, about their safety. And if he should die, Sadao replied. He stood gazing down on the motionless man, and then looking at the motionless man, at the unconscious man, he was thinking, what if he should die? If he would have died, then what will happen? That he asked to Hannah. And this man must have extraordinary vitality, that staying power, vitality, energy. Then that he realized that this man, he told that this man, that American Navy soldier, had extraordinary courage, extraordinary strength and energy, vitality, extraordinary strength, or he would have been dead by now. Otherwise, till now he would have been dead. And but then he was very young, perhaps not yet 25, and he guessed about his age, that perhaps at that time he was quite young, he would have been not more than 25 years old. Then you mean die from the operation? Hannah asked. Yes, Sadao said that if he would not have enough courage, enough strength, enough energy during the operation, it was possible he would have died. And then that Hannah considered this doubtfully, and when she did not answer, Sadao turned away. When she did not answer, that he went away from, Dr. Sadao went away from there. At any rate, something must be done with him, he said, and first he must be washed, and then he was willing to treat him. And that's why that he was thinking positively about him, and he said that at any rate that something must be done with him, means he must be treated, and first he must be washed. He should be washed first. And he went quickly out of the room, and Hannah came behind him. She did not wish to be left alone with the white man. She did not want to live with the white man. Still she had the dislike for him, and he was the first she had been since she left America, and now that he seemed to have nothing to do with those whom she had known there. And then she thought that he was the first one, he was the first American whom she had seen since he left America. While means after leaving America, she had not seen, she had not met any of the Americans, and that enemy soldier was first one to whom he was looking at, and here he was her enemy. And now she thought that at that time he was her enemy, he was the Japanese enemy, and who was a menace, who was a danger, living or dead. In any case, that it was the opinion of Hannah that he was an American and he was a menace, he was a danger for them, whether he is alive or he is dead. Now see students here that she turned to the nursery and called Yumi. Though she was considering, she was not liking, she was showing that she did not like him. Naturally she was not liking him, but even though that she was doing all those things, she was following the order, as she was the obedient wife. Remember, she was an obedient wife, so that's why whatever her husband was saying to her, whether she was agreed or not agreed, but she was following his order. And she turned to the nursery and called, nursery means that the children room, and she went towards the children room and called Yumi. But the children heard her voice and she had to go in for a moment and smile at them and play with the baby boy, now nearly 3 months old. Her baby boy was just 3 months old. She went there and she saw him, and she also tried to play with him. Means she was very careful, not only with her husband, she was also very careful with the children. But even though at that particular time that she had to take care of the enemy soldier as well. And over the baby's soft black hair she motioned with her mouth. She showed her affection towards her baby, and Yumi, come with me. And she said to Yumi to come with her. I will put the baby to bed, Yumi replied. And Yumi, that she was also following the order of her mistress, and she never disobeyed, that she immediately told that she would come after putting the baby on the bed, and he is ready to sleep. And she went with Yumi into the bedroom next to the nursery and stood with the boy in her arms while Yumi spread the sleeping quilts on the floor. And she took Yumi to the room, and she asked her to spread the quilt on the floor and laid the baby between them. And after that she also laid the baby on the quilt. Then Hannah led the way quickly and softly to the kitchen, and after that Hannah went quickly to the kitchen. The two servants were frightened at what their master had just told them, and meanwhile that Dr. Sadao went to the servants, and he also asked them to help him, but the servants were frightened to do what frightened to follow the order of their master, as the old gardener, that who was one of the servant was a gardener. He was an old man and he was a gardener. When you will have to write something about the servants, remember that three servants were there. One was Yumi, another was old gardener, and the old gardener, that who was also a house servant, pulled the few hairs on his upper lip, means he was not agreed with the action of the doctor to save the life of an enemy, and he was not willing to help him at all. And now we can see the master ought not to heal the wound of this white man, he said bluntly to Hannah. And then very clearly he said to Hannah that master, means Dr. Sadao, who was his master, he should not heal, he should not treat the wound of his, cure the wound of his of the white man, and the white man ought to die. And he said clearly, that means the white man, the enemy soldier, should have died. And first he was shot. Now he explained further that first he was shot by bullet, and then the sea caught him and wounded him with her rocks, and then his body has been damaged by the ship. And if the master heals what gun did and what the sea did, they will take revenge. They will take revenge, means he was somewhere, it seems that he was a poor man and he was superstitious as well. So that's why he was thinking, he told to Hannah that because master, means Dr. Sadao, should not treat him because that first he had been shot by the bullet, and after that he was thrown into the sea, and he was wounded by the sea also, means everyone was trying to kill him, and doctor is trying to save him, and that's why he warned him that they will take revenge on us, that fate will take revenge from them, if from him, if he will try to save the life of the enemy soldier. Now that's all, student, for today. As next and remaining part of the story we will study the next day. And thank you and have a nice day.